Okay, why is my screen dark? There it is. My screen is a little bit brighter now. Hey, 18 people already. Ooh, golly gee. Golly gee. Let me see. Midwest old man, how you doing? First in line. Wow. All right. Stuart Flip Flops. I'm ready with a new iPhone app. A random number generator. Let the dice roll. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. I know what it means to get a new iPhone. Stuart and Flip Flops. Plain Fun 42. Nancy Webb. You did your piano practice. Cool. Hi from Spokane. Hey, Rich. How you doing? Bobby Mosier. I like that name for some reason. Bobby Mosier just reminds me of what does it remind me of? I don't know. A good old like a cousin name, Bobby Mosier. Hey, 536-821 53. So is that 56783-509, something like that. Brian, how you doing? Brian was last week's winner of a $25 gift card, and Brian's back to work now, so that's good. 280 Zone, how you doing? Hi from Kansas, says Kathy. Well, hi, Kathy. George, happy Saturday, and it is. Grandma's Pocketbook, you made alive. Texas Basement Builds, yeehaw from Texas, yeah. Top messages, yeah, top. Let's go. I got to get that switch to live chat. Okay, where's Noreen to tell me that? Punk, bass, and covers. How have you been? Julie Joyce, Kathy N. Did you eat your steaks yet? Nope, I'm going to. So I'm laughing with Mrs. Buzz, and I said it's supposed to be 3 to 4 inches of snow tomorrow, so I'm going to cook them outside when it's snowing. So I'll grill them out there. Sunshine, how you doing? Dana's Garden Retreat. That's nice that you're here. Yeah, Dana had a video where she was doing she's showing her garden where she's starting to plant some things already, because I think she lives in Georgia, and she had a 70-degree day, and it just makes me crazy because in Cleveland we still have, probably like the groundhog says, we got 6 more weeks of winter. And then Steve at Steve's Retirement Corner, he's also in his short sleeves doing his last video, and I'm like, gosh, I wish it was me. We used the app versus shaking the cobwebs. 0-100 game. Okay. Mrs. Buzz picked the number this week again. So you're awake in Wisconsin. All right, Mike, that's good. Hey, Bill Green. Yeah, 14-degree Nebraska. Is this a pre-dinner or post? This is a post-dinner chat. Hey, Rich, that's right. The Eagles made it. Boy, that was a great game, too. People say, oh, so boring. But no, because Kansas City could come back at any time. So it was a good game all the way through. I guess probably till the fourth quarter, midway through the fourth quarter. Gracie, how you doing? Ed, Long Island, how are you? Susan B. PMAC, Patrick M. from snowy Wisconsin. Sandra, hello. Colden, yeah, Southwest Ohio. Yep, we're gonna get some stuff tomorrow. 30 in Wisconsin. Jerry B, how you doing? Boma. Is that Boma? Finally caught it live. I was gonna say I don't remember ever saying that name. Nasty here in Ontario. Yeah, I got somebody told me from Alberta, Calgary, Alberta. I looked at their weather forecast on something called Environment Canada or something like that, and man, they're below 0 Fahrenheit. I mean, they're cold. So yeah. Hey, Laura, 6 inches in Wisconsin. Finally, winter is here, and you like it, huh? Hey, Pepper, how you doing? Dana says, I know I tell my son how my hair used to freeze growing up at the bus stop in Illinois when kids walked to the bus stop. Yeah. Yep. Did anyone rattle? Yeah, we got to get, where's Captain? Okay, so there's Katie. Where's Captain? I haven't seen Captain. Tim P. in New Hampshire, huh? Very snowy in Spokane with more expected tonight. That's all right. It's wintertime. Oh, flooding in Kentucky. Now, Kenny, that's not good. That stuff scares me. Hey Theo, how you doing? When's channel? Uh yeah. Balmy 80. Yeah, Keith from Hawaii. Stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. Kentucky Leisure, how you doing? BW. Brent Houston in Texas, it's 75. Yeah, you guys are getting all the good weather now. I remember walking to West High with snow up to my waist. Yeah, that was probably like 77 maybe. Didn't we have that big storm in 77, 78? Somewhere around in there. They did cancel school a couple of times. I know the one I want to say it was January 77. I think we had a coldest streak of any January ever, and they were closing down the Ford plant. They were closing down all the schools to conserve natural gas, I think, if I remember correctly. Snowy South Central Pennsylvania. Hi, Donna. Jimmy Hare. Wet and cold in North Carolina. Eric C., how you doing? Hit that like button. Yeah, I appreciate it. 106 people watching. I got 21 likes. This has been a weird YouTube experience for me this year. It's been very strange. It's not like it was last year when I started. It's just different now. Hey, Alan, how you doing? Yeah, it's winter, Alan. That's for sure. We probably got another 3 or 4 weeks because next week's going to be cold. Hey, Noreen, thank you. Colorado, we walked in snow up here. Yep, both ways. That's right. Do you have room for a guest? Yeah, Keith. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Hawaii's that great. Is it? You guys tell me. Is it great? I mean, the weather, yeah, but I mean, prices are high and bugs are big. Oh, you're back to 46, Dana. Alton, how you doing? Arlene, how you doing? We got up 67 today after being 39. Well, that's not bad, Scott. I always forget to hit the like. That's okay. I mean, if you remember, you remember. I mean, we're getting old, so no, we didn't get. Well, we got some ice stuff kind of this morning, but it's been raining part of the day. I think it's going to get starting tomorrow morning. We're supposed to get 3 inches, 4 inches of snow, so that's all right. I'd rather have a little bit of snow and not real cold. And it's supposed to get cold. When I say cold, 14 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees. That's kind of cold to me. Hey, Kevin from Southwest Michigan. Hey, Mike Kopp, how you doing? Yeah, okay, another 81. Thank you. Yeah, prices are really high here. Yeah, Keith, you don't have chickens, do you? Because I heard one of the guys I worked with, he went there and he said chickens walk the roads everywhere. Do you have any chickens? Do you get eggs, or you don't do that? Frozen tundra of Minnesota, Ken, huh? Yeah. You're getting that Canadian stuff, eh? I think YouTube's getting more competitive. Yeah, that's probably true. Hey, Middle Age Grind, how you doing? Now, Ross from Middle Age Grind, I don't know. I put a post out not too long ago, because we were talking about uh, old radio dude had sent me an article about how some of the California houses aren't being paid for because they're trying to get replacement value and they're coming up $200,000 to $300,000 short. So I asked Ross, who's an insurance agent, how does that have to be? And he went through a video. And I have a post, but if you want to check his channel, he talks about it. Replacement value versus actual cost or something. And it's still a little confusing to me, and I wanted to hit you up on that, Ross. Maybe not here. Maybe we can talk separately. But my question was, how you say it goes up with inflation, but let's say my house is valued at 200,000 per the market. So the market says it's 200,000. The Cuyahoga County where I live says it's 200,000. And I have a fire and I lose everything. My insurance policy is set for 200,000, let's just say. And then the builder comes in and says it's going to cost 300,000 to rebuild it the way you had it. Does my policy cover that, or should I be going to find a builder and say how much would it actually cost to rebuild this and insuring for that amount? That's where I'm getting a little confused. Do likes actually help with the channel? I don't know, Scott. I don't think they hurt. Just Mike's take. I was stationed in Hawaii for 9 years, lived in Pearl City. Did you have chickens, Mike? 32 Fahrenheit, but high of 50 tomorrow. Well, that's good for you. Chickens are a problem. Yeah. Oh, you got the crowing at night. Yeah. Well, those be the roosters, huh? Hey, Trey, how you doing? I did get a new internet box. I went to T-Mobile, and what was really funny is they had a problem with it too, with the new one. I was there over an hour. He and the poor guy. I mean, he had to reboot the whole box and restart it from zero on the brand new one. He was almost going to give me another one. Yeah, yeah, middle aged grind. I'll hit you up on. We got our number here for our Google phone. Sometimes Ross will hit me up on that number. Any of you people out there can text me on that number, send pictures, call. I usually don't answer the phone, but if you text me and tell me who you are, I can call you back if you ever want to. I talk to a few people, and mostly it's by text, and I get a few pictures of people's projects and stuff, which is really nice. No chickens? Okay. Well, if you were in the service. Only if you have replacement insurance versus value is my understanding. Yeah, but does replacement insurance cover if the guy says 300,000, does it cover that when you're only insured for 200,000? See, that's like when do you go and check and make sure that your policy matches this inflation and these costs of wood and everything else that's going through the roof, so to speak. Only 8 inches in the driveway. My subscribers will halt it all of a sudden. Yeah, it's just been weird. These first 2 months have been kind of weird. I was kind of hoping that looking at Dwayne's channel that he would mention something about it, but he hasn't said anything about it recently. So I don't know. It's just he always says that it's just the way the ad revenue works and stuff, but it seems like it's weird. Every once in a while, YouTube just gets really strange. Tornado warning in West Tennessee. Well, Helen, you better be careful there. Be careful. Frigid, Indiana. Jack Gill. Hey, how you doing? From Georgia. Dan, no chickens in Dublin. Noreen, you can certainly call. No problem. Local news on your lap. Are you using the T-Mobile cellular internet? Yes, I do. And I've had no problems with the T-Mobile cellular internet. And then I bought the box for 40. I'm paying $41. Some people are paying 35. I got to find out how they're doing that, but I'm paying $41 with the taxes, 41.67, I think it is, or 40.67. And it's been pretty good. The upload speeds when I'm doing a video is slower than when I was on my cable internet. But so what? If I'm saving $30 a month, I can deal with it. What type of spices did you use for the Costco seafood? I have to ask Mrs. Buzz. We have a whole, just like these books, our spice rack is probably as big as this here. We have all kinds of stuff. And she puts in, she's better at it than I am because I'll put in a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And if someone says, well, what'd you put in there? I'll say, I have no idea. But I'll have to ask her. Let me go back up here. What type of, okay, hello, stay safe. Yep. Replacement costs can change over time, so you should review your homeowner's policy annually. Yeah, I got to check that out. I've heard it's a good idea to post videos on a set schedule. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I know I've been doing less videos and maybe that's got something to do with it, but my insurance agent has contacted me when building costs go up and I can choose to increase. Yeah, I never get a call. And yeah, they never review that with me, which kind of, if that's happening, then my agent sucks, I think. So, but I don't know. I mean, are they supposed to call you, or they, does corporate do that, or does the agent do that? Like maybe it's supposed to be a corporate thing. I'm not sure. Never tell the repairs or builders how much the insurance company is paying you. Their estimate. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's a whole nother story too. If you get an updated estimated replacement cost value from your insurer, you should be close to rebuild costs. Keep in mind if you insure at 100%, you cover. I know you cover 20% on top of that. I remember you were saying that, which I didn't know that. So in other words, that 200,000 you're going to cover. Let's say the cost is 220. You're going to cover 20% over that 200,000, right? With your company. Now other companies may have different rules. I have a clause with my car insurance that says I'll replace exact vehicle no matter what the replacement cost. It was an add-on clause. Maybe home insurance. That's a question for Ross. And Ross, you really should do a whole another detailed video, and I'll post it again because I think this is important. The one thing you don't want to end up like California, some of the people in California where you've had this insurance for years and years and years, and then something dramatic happens, and then you're not covered. And that's what the article that old radio dude sent was. And I can't remember who the source was. I don't remember who I'm not sure where it came from, but they said these California people are out $200,000-$300,000 because even though they're insured, the insurance is not covering. And now they're back with a $200,000 mortgage. And and they were covered. So they thought. So I think it's important to make sure people understand that. Make sure. Call your agent. If you have a home insurance, call your agent and make sure that if something happens, to make sure that you're going to be covered for total replacement costs. Now, I'm not talking about furniture and everything else, but which is another big deal. But at the very least, make sure that they can replace that house exactly the same way for what your insurance policy says. And I guarantee you, I'll be looking at mine this next couple of days and taking it up to my guy and talking about it if I need to, because I just paid my property tax bill, which was $27.70. Oh, that hurt, man. Taking $2,700 out of Buzz's wallet is, you know, that's a tough one. So I know what my new property value is. I know what I can sell it for. So what can they rebuild it for? That's kind of a missing thing for me that I'm not really sure I have a good grasp on that. You can get a policy that includes an inflation cost that automatically adjusts to account for changes in construction costs. Well, construction costs and inflation costs, maybe, I don't know, Dr. Cornelius, I don't know if those are two different things, two different entities. I don't know. Because what Ross says is you'll get an adjustment for inflation, but inflation may not match costs like lumber costs and metal costs and electrical wiring with copper and stuff, or labor costs that the people who are going to come in to do it have now charged double. I mean, I don't know. It's just something that we need to keep talking about and making sure, our group of people here, us 152 here, making sure that we've got our act together, because you don't want that surprise if something nasty happens. And I hope nothing happens, but my daughter's a Cleveland firefighter, and she tells me what she sees. The number one thing that she sees so far is kitchen fires, believe it or not. Now, they're put out before she gets there in many cases, but they've called the fire department. So, That's number one. And then number two is, electrical wiring. So like if you're you're pushing, she said one case where they had an electrical wire, they had a piece of metal or something pushed up against the wire, and it heated up and screwed up the sheathing over it, and then caused a spark. It didn't create a fire, but there was a lot of smoke. A lot of it was like it wanted to start a fire. And at least they busted the wall, and the fire department figured that out. So fires can happen. They can happen. More videos, more pay. Yeah, that's true. My replacement cost State Farm 75 more than I paid for the house. Ah, that seems low though. Love your channel, fans and subscribers. Oh, thank you. In your dreams. Thank you. I appreciate that. You don't have many. All my 280 zone, all my videos have the ads turned on. So if you see one that you don't think so, let me know. But like the lives, I'm not doing ads on the lives. But after we get done with this, I wait a half hour, or whatever, and then I'll add it. And I get a few people to watch after the fact. But all of mine should have ads on it. Hey, Lynn. But yeah, 280 zone. Let me know if you see something that doesn't have it. Agent calls insured. I'm not sure I understand that, Ross. Jake from State Farm never calls us. Nope. Your agent does suck. It should be returned. Now, in all fairness to this agent, I just hired him. I had a State Farm agent in another community. He was for a long time agent. He passed away, retired and passed away. I got a new guy. Um, and I just decided then to get a local guy. And so, in all fairness to him, he's only had my account since the summertime. So, 4, 5, 6 months now. So, in all fairness to him, um, I got to give him a break on that because he may not, maybe it's going to take a year before he figures out my stuff. Also, remember your tax evaluation and Zillow sites include the land. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They do have the land. Absolutely. Mayhem at Allstate always finds me increased my house earlier this year. Well, that's good. Allstate, huh? California land values are high. We only insure dwelling. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, Ross, I know that middle age grind. Yeah, I understand that. My insurance also covers the detached garage up to 60,000. Oh, okay. Mine should have that too, but you know what? Next week maybe I'll have that pulled out because I'm not going to get off this subject until I get a full understanding. That's how I am. I get real anal about things, and I'll just keep. You know how the people would say, "Don't ever be afraid to ask a question." Well, trust me, this guy isn't. I'm always got my hand up asking, or they say, "There's no such thing as a stupid question." Well, I probably have said a couple things that are stupid, but need to learn, and I learn. Everybody learns in their own way, so I just keep talking about it and trying to understand it until I can recite it like anybody. And that's how I work. I don't have that snapshot mind like some people do. Cheap insurance is great till you need it. 2,700 is not much for property taxes. Yeah, I mean, but my area. You think State Farm's the worst, really? Um, in my area, we don't have any industry, and they keep building more and more and more houses. So it just sucks. My agent is looking for a new provider. Some manufactured home. Ah, okay. We went 3 months with no kitchen floor. Wow. Hey, Rich, thank you very much. I just caught that. Um, yeah, prices are going to go up for any agent. Because I talked to my agent when mine went up. I did talk to him, and he cited me all the percentages that all the other insurance companies were going up. So, and he went through them all, and he said what their percentages were, and they were actually higher than the State Farm percentage, according to him. Now that's his data. So whether I agree with it or not, I don't have any information to bounce it off of him or to say no, that's not true. Only thing I keep plugged in the kitchen is the fridge. Yeah, Mrs. Buzz got me unplugging everything practically. When tornado happened in Parma, Allstate paid quickly on all the food lost in the fridge. The year before, broke all my patio furniture, paid for a new set. Did they raise your rates at all, Katie? There's Captain Billy. If your home is in a trust, make sure your insurance lists the trust on your policy. That's a good thing, Jacqueline. That's a good thing to Ross. Does that make sense? Have you heard about that before? I know what starts all the fires in Buzzy Boy's house. That sexy mustache. Yeah, somebody told me I should cut it off or use that hair color for men and darken it up. Think I should do that? Just got home from dinner on a very wet, cold night. Florida in 2 weeks. Lucky you, Joseph. What's the approximate cost for a MH? You were just at a seminar on trusts. Okay, my homeowners was 2,300 last year. What's an MH? Approximate cost of MH. My homeowner's 2,300. Good point. Very good info on the trust. Joseph Smith's been Florida. Our insurance has extended replacement costs, which is 25% of the dwelling coverage. Is that enough, Kristen? Is that enough? See, I'm not understanding. My insurance agent never calls, but I make it a point to have him review and update my policy every time I pay the yearly premium. I use an independent agent, so he shops for good deals. Okay. It's just something we should all write down as something, a little bit of homework for us. Next week, maybe we can talk about that. And Rich, thank you again. I appreciate that. Kirk, late to the party. Well, who are you paying? You got to pay $10 to somebody. Anyone have an umbrella policy? I'm not sure what I have. I'm going to have to pull it out. That's good. You have a good agent, Nancy. Do you get the full replacement cost of all the books you have? That's a good question. But they do, and one of the things I learned through just wherever I learned it was to periodically, and I do it probably every year. I probably do it maybe every 2 years. Take a picture of everything in your house. I mean, it's easy now to take a picture and keep it in your phone, okay, or upload it to the cloud or whatever. Take a picture of the bedrooms, take a picture of the bathrooms, the kitchen, the living room, so that, when you say you had this or you had that, you can also back it up with a photo and change your phone setting to add a timestamp. I think most of you can do that on your phones. Most people don't, but put the timestamp on there so that the agent can see when that picture was taken. I think that'll help too. I saw you in Menards flirting with all the cashiers. That redhead at register 3 is going to get you in trouble with Mrs. Buzz. I'll tell you what, at Menards, all those people working there, at the cashiers anyway, they're crabby. They're very crabby, at least the ones that I see. They don't talk much. Most of them are guys, though. They didn't talk much. Yes, on the umbrella policies, huh? You have to buy the other insurance before. Oh, okay. So I got you. So you're going to get, it's like a Lloyd's of London deal, huh? Where you're going through your agent, but then you buy a separate umbrella policy that covers something, right? We were literally staring into our crawl space, couldn't cook at all. They should have put us in a hotel. Oh, the line from the ice maker saturated off. That would suck. John, you got 24 in Sterling, Connecticut. Okay, then 24 is not bad. Our house and insurance is our trust name. Okay. Oh, manufactured home. Okay, yeah, mobile home. Yeah, okay, I got you. I actually grew up in a mobile home, so and I live not too far from where I grew up. That's the funny thing. And it's an over 55 retirement community. But the problem with them is um, it was taken over by a group in New York years ago, and they're putting in $120,000 mobile homes, which are nice. But unfortunately, you have a small little postage stamp area, and the rents they're charging 12,000 a year for rent, and you don't get anything for that rent. I mean, I think you still have to pay property taxes, and you still have to pay one of your bills. I think maybe water's free, but I mean, $1,000 a month. It's getting up there. Burt Reynolds ain't got nothing. Okay. Did not raise my rates. I requested an increased contents value raised at 10 months. Ah, $10 a month, huh? California's been canceling insurance since 2003 with the first big. Yeah, I think what I read, Jacqueline, from California, what I read, and I could be wrong, is that they're not allowing the increases. Like, let's say company A will ask 6% increase, and California is basically saying 1%. So, from what I'm hearing now, two sides to every story, right? So I don't get all crazy about it, but from what I've heard and read, is that if they're only allowed 1% and they keep yearly asking for, 6, 7, 8%, whatever, and they keep getting 1% or half a percent, they just get to a point where it doesn't make sense doing business there. So they're pulling out. That's what I've read. Now, if you guys know better, I know there's some of you live in California. Correct me, please. I certainly don't want to give out late information or bad information. Your house insurance was 900, now 1750. That's because your rates went up. Your home rates went up. The cost of a house now, we paid in 1990, the 90 or 91, we paid 88,000 for this house, and now the market value is 260. So on Zillow, so whether that's accurate, I use Redfin and Zillow, and they're both comparable as far as the value. So it's up to 260 now. Now that's up quite a bit over the past 4 or 5 years, I think. Um, so yeah, as the value goes up, property tax goes up. But the question is, if the value goes down, does the property tax go down? Usually, no, right? Does Ohio have a sales tax? Yes. Matter of fact, it's Ohio has I think it's 5 point something percent. And then each county adds another. So like I think ours is 8.5% now. Alan, you may check me on that here in Cuyahoga County. I think it's 8.5%. But like Lorain County, not far from me, I think it's a percentage and a quarter down from that. So in Akron, like Summit County, I would always go, since I worked there, if I went to Home Depot or anywhere, I would stop in Akron because I would save the sale tax. Like I did a floor, I got all the vinyl flooring, and I think I paid like $2,500 for this to do the whole living room and dining room area. And I saved a buku bunch of money with by the tax money from buying it from that county versus my county. And then of course I used the Giant Eagle cards, which gave me free gas. So I think I filled up like 2 or 3 times for free. So that kind of worked out. 8% in Cuyahoga County, yeah. My State Farm paid immediately when I had water damage from a busted pipe. Photo all my docs. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah. If you could get a picture of all your documents too, it's always good to have it. Just be careful where you store it. And that's the only thing. Just a renter of a farm keeps it for contents, 50 for artwork. Has anybody's Valentine's Day? My wife got Mally's happiest. Hey, my daughter brought over those Mally's those Mally's chocolate covered grapes, Captain Billy. So I've got those. Mally's Noreen is a long time chocolate maker. As a matter of fact, they have on Interstate 480, they have three pink pipes that go up, I mean, hundreds of feet. And it's cocoa, sugar, and something else they have written on them. It's pretty cool. I'll have to take a picture of that and show you guys. But look up. Well, maybe you can even see it if you look it up online. They're down on Brook Park Road, the manufacturing area, but they make chocolate covered strawberries and grapes, chocolate covered grapes for Valentine's Day, and they're a super seller. The price has gone up like 3 times. I mean, it's ridiculous the pricing anymore, but it's nice just to have them once in a while. You know, once a year, Valentine's Day. What do you think rent and retirement? Rent could be a good way of doing things. It all depends on your situation. Looking forward to proposed 2025 tax cuts. Yeah, let's see how that's going to work out. 20% more. Oh, really, Scott? Okay, all right. That was just half a year, Gary. 2770 for half a year. So times that by two. I don't pay it by the year. Now some people do. Some people do, but I think because I've got it in a 4% interest account, so why pay it now and lose 6 months of interest? Even it's not a lot, but it's still something. Your kid pays 1,100 rent for a two. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a house payment. I used to. That I mean that was our. That's a house payment, $1,100. That's just crazy. Teresa Harris, Travel by Books. My car taxes went up on a 7-year-old Toyota Camry. When I questioned that increase, I was told was because used Camrys are in demand. That doesn't make sense at all. That makes absolutely no sense. Never run your dishwasher when you go to sleep. That's how your kitchen flooded. Interesting. Nut mallow is 25 cents a box, was 19. I ain't gonna miss those pennies, that's for sure. Yeah, the homestead discount on property taxes. Yes. Yes. So for I'll be filing for 2024 last year. Um, and one thing I think Sherry, you're in Cuyahoga County, if I'm not wrong. And one thing that the paperwork for Cuyahoga, this is a state, the homestead exemption is in the state of Ohio. The Cuyahoga County, along with Summit County, Lorain County, etc., um, put out paperwork to tell you what your income levels are. And nowhere on the Cuyahoga County paperwork does it say Social Security income is not counted. And I went to this, long story short, I went to this meeting about how to fight your property taxes, which was local to me. And I talked to the people about that and I said, why isn't that on the website? And they said, oh, yeah, we should put that on there. You know what? That should be the number one thing on the paperwork or the website, that Social Security is not included when your income. And what they're doing, I think, is they want you to see it. They want you like I think it's $40,000. You can't have income over 40,000. Well, people who are going to be able to get this are usually over 65 and usually taking Social Security. So, wouldn't you think that they would put that on the paperwork that that's exempt from income? No, they don't do that. So how many people have actually looked at that and go, "Oh, I get 50,000 in Social Security or 45,000 combined," well, like we do, and they just bypass it? Is there something to that? Hmm. I live outside Washington, D.C. Rent here for a studio is 15. Wow. They should live at home. That's right. I do collect Stardust. I collect a few coins, but I'm sort of like World Money Wins. I'm collecting silver now if I can. What does it take to qualify for the homestead? 65 years old. Uh, there's some uh, there's some other designations, but usually it's like you got to be 65 or someone in your family, your spouse, I should say, 65. Only one of you has to be 65, and then you can apply. Look up the Cuyahoga County auditor, or in Medina County, look up your auditor. Is it Medina County auditor? I don't know. Just a guess. Look it up and see what they have to say about it. Can you explain the rainwater tax? Probably not. No, I'm just kidding. I feel sure you're included Social Security 105. I feel sure I've included. Yeah, you can include it, Teresa. You can include the Social Security, but they're not going to count it. Does anyone use State Farm roadside services? No. I actually have AAA because I got a really good deal on it. I mean, they're practically giving them away now. So I took it for a year, I think. They should increase the amount of homestead. I think it's 28 now. I just got paperwork when I was over there at the library, and it says 28,000 now. My other daughter lives outside New York City. Her rent is 2,400. Whew. 65, you get 50,000 excluded for the homestead. Wow. I filed for the homestead property tax and got the deduction this year. Announced to be amount to be 450. That's cool. Hey, every little bit helps. Looking to increase tax exemption to 150 for seniors here in Texas. Okay. Does Ohio charge tax on Social Security income? No, Kevin. Ohio does not charge tax on Social Security income. No. So back to about the rainwater. We talked about this. Um, so you get a. In my case, I don't have a sewer, but I have an aeration tank. But if you have a sewer or an aeration tank, they figure that what's running through your sewer is you're paying a sewer charge, right? Well, the water that comes off your roof goes down to a gutter and goes somewhere else. It technically doesn't go in the sewers. It's not supposed to anyway. So they figure that that water has to go somewhere and eventually they end up having to clean that as well. So they figured your square foot of your roof, they have a base rate for it. So if your house is X amount of square feet, they charge you. And mine's like 10, almost $11. But if you get a rain barrel, you can get like $4 or $5 off. And I don't even hook my rain barrel up all year, or it just fills up and I just leave it. I use it occasionally for some flowers, but I don't use it a lot. So it's kind of but it's $5 off a month or $4 off a month. So why not? Stardust, if you're in Cuyahoga County, hit me up on my Google number, 216-714-2301. If you're in Ohio, then maybe we can get you pointed in the right direction. It's certainly worth having if you are you can get into it. Got to be over 65, or your spouse has to be over 65. That's probably why they don't mention social. Well, I think Kevin, yeah, they don't want to mention it because it'll lower your tax rate, what you're going to pay them. So why would they tell you that? But I think that's BS. You're not working for the people if you're hiding that. Now, I'm not accusing them of hiding it, but don't you think if you were setting up that program and Social Security was not considered income, don't you think that that would be like your first sentence? And no, they don't do that. So very interesting. I wonder if the homestead exemption is similar here in Washington. You get a discount. Yeah, probably, Nancy. It's probably the same thing. Yeah, we're being Teresa, we get charged for rain. Yeah, it's something new that I think the last 10 years. It's crazy, I know. Don't say hey, I'm very transparent. You know me. I'm out there. Would consider to downsize to a condo apartment. Mobile home. Like I said, this mobile home park by me, yeah, 12,000, 10,000 a year to rent. But I lived there before. It's a very quiet community, no crime. Um, I wouldn't mind if I had to move out of here. I wouldn't mind something like that. Um, it has a stigma, sometimes a stigma against mobile homes. But I tell you what, if you've been in the newer mobile homes lately, they got fireplaces, they got whirlpool tubs, they got everything. I mean, they're nice. Of course, no basement, but um, if you're just if you're a senior living out your last years, I what the heck, it's not bad. I had a storm damage repair charge on my most recent power bill. Is that fair? I don't know. That's something you want to talk to your electric company about. They try to get you for everything. I'm still paying what they call an infrastructure rider fee, which is when they replaced all the meters, the electric meters. Um, our local PUCO, Public Utilities Commission of Ohio, authorized that homeowners would pay for those. Well, that was like 10 years ago, and it still shows up on the bill. So, when are they going to actually have them all replaced? They never tell you that. They just keep charging and charging. So, I don't know. That's something that I should look into as well. Maryland had the rain tax, but repealed it. Okay. I just want a tiny home on a small piece of land. That's it. Buys me flowers because he likes them. I finally told him they make me sad when they died. Oh, really? Dana, that would be you. That would be you. I'd love that trailer much cheaper than a retirement home. Yeah. I think I'm caught up there. Cool. So I have this one article which I thought was funny. So they were talking about emotions in this article, and I recently, a rep from Kentucky introduced a bill to end all Social Security taxes. Yeah, they're going to try. They're going to try to do that. Uh, yeah, First Energy Thieves. Yep. My wife wouldn't last one day in a trailer. Yeah, I got this article and it talks about the people's emotions, whether you're fire, earth, or air. Um, and I thought this was, I might even do a video on this because it's pretty cool. Because one of these air actually matches me to a T. Are you a project person who takes on tons of tasks but then bores easily and quickly moves on? Do you have an irregular sleep cycle and a tendency to overthink and then panic? Are you a social butterfly but also a bit more on the anxious side? Are you always on the move, chasing adventure and pursuing creative outlets? Are you an airhead? Not literally, but metaphorically. Um, Stay away from coffee. I drink 3 a day. There was a couple others. It's just pretty neat. Um, usually you read these things. Are you this or are you this? This one actually hit it pretty close. Want to move from my condo in San Diego to a little place with a yard for my dog. That would be nice. That's you, Katie. Yeah, there was some other. That was air, earth. You're a naturally mellow person who likes to stay in a comfort zone. You're friendly and love bear hugs and see the goodness in everything. You enjoy doses of nightly Netflix or something. Um, and then fire. Are you someone who runs hot even when it's cold outside? Are you intense about your work and passionate about your hobbies? Do you eat fast, talk fast, and sweat easily? Insatiable appetite. You have a strong presence of pitta. Um, They want you to eat cucumbers, sunflower oil, sweet fruits. Minimize your intake of spicy, salty, and sour foods. So I wonder what everybody is out there. Mike MM, we have a rainwater tax, and naturally the airport is exempt. Oh, of course. Which one do you resemble, Repairs? I can almost tell which one. My dog loves his fenced yard. We play frisbee 3 to 4 times a day. Your Earth? Okay, Noreen. I would imagine that. Yeah. What if you're a little of all three? I don't know. Right. It depends on what day, right? Yeah, Repairs rule. You are one of those that you're always moving around doing stuff. And if you haven't had a chance, a couple people here have their channels. Repairs rule. We talked about him last week. He's got a channel, and his last live he did was talking about doing eBay. He's got a lot of side hustles, passive income that he gets in that he sets up once and doesn't even have to bother with. Everything's taken care of. So he's a good channel to follow. He's like a MacGyver type guy who likes to make a little bit of income here and there. So check his channel out. My son is trying to get me to move to Indiana. Tempted price wise. I think you're missing fire. No, that's the one the fire is the one I read. Runs hot even when it's technically cold outside. Earth was a naturally mellow person, and air is a project person who takes on everything and then gets bored with it and moves on. Hey, how about we? They teach you to have 10 times your salary if you don't need your investments. Then what? Then you give them to Buzz's retirement garage. You just email the check to buzzretirementgarage@gmail.com. It's simple. I mean, and you should be putting me on your wills. You should be your trusts. I'm trustworthy. Hey, how about we do a 0 to 100 for a $25 Amazon gift card for the people who haven't been here before? That's what we do. And we're going to start now. 0 to 100, you get to guess for a $25 gift card. Now, again, Mrs. Buzz picked the number, so it may not be what you. Holy cow. They are coming fast and furious. Doggies. 280 zone, I'm going to need some help this time for sure. Have not seen it yet. But yeah, for those of you who have first time seeing this channel, can't talk and read at the same time, but holy smokes, I am trying hard. And if we do get a duplicate or even a triplicate, we will pay all two or all three. But yeah, we do this. We try to do two, but with the income down as low as it's been for YouTube, just doing one now every week. There it is. I see one. It's just I see one, and I don't know who it was, but Mrs. Buzz says 75. So how many people had 75? I see. Let me see. Let me go back here. I did see it. I'm pretty sure. Where did I see it at? Where did I see it? I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere. Gosh, I hope I did. Didn't want to stop all this fun and excitement. I'm trying to look back now. Oh, Plain Fun 42, it looks like. You guys check me out because, like I said, that was a fast and furious. So we got 3 people telling me it was Plain Fun 42. Cool. I will put that down. And Plain Fun 42, to email me at buzzretirementgarage@gmail.com. I want to make sure everybody, in case you change emails or whatever, or I've lost, if you've won before, or we've been in contact before, I just want to make sure we keep an updated email. So I'll ask that every time you win. Even if you win 2 weeks in a row, I still want a new email, um, or where you want the card sent to, what email you want it sent to. So, and that works out for me, keeps me fresh, make sure I don't screw something up. Um, let someone else have a chance. Are you sure? I mean, that's completely up to you. I will have to. I don't know. Are you being serious? Yes. Okay. Well, that was nice of you. So I get to pick the number this time, right? Okay. And I've got a number. So let's go again. Since Plain Fun 42 was so nice to just give it back, we're going to do it again. 0 to 100. That's very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. And we already got a winner. 74. Nancy Webb. I don't think Nancy's won before. So yeah, I just took the 75 and dropped it down a number. Is that how you figured it out? Nancy Webb, good job. Good job, Nancy. And you heard my little thing, my little speech about sending me an email. And I'll put this crayon back. And that was easy for me to figure out. I didn't have to scroll back or get help from 280 Zone and everybody else who helps me. So I appreciate that. And Plain Fun 42, thank you for that. Not everybody does that. We do get that occasionally. We do. Some people tell me not to say anything, but there's a few of them that have basically said just do it again. And sometimes that's where we've done 2 or sometimes 3. Hey Trey, you're a little late. Yeah, 75 was just Mike's take. Speaking of people who give them back, just Mike's take. A 75 was big old Vince. Yep. He was yep, absolutely. He was a good player, a super player for the Patriots. Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, and you can win Plain Fun 42. It's not a big deal. Everybody's still eligible week after week. And hey, if you're guessing a number and that's good karma. So, but I appreciate you doing that. Give the email one more time. Buzz Retirement Garage. Not buzzes, but Buzz Retirement Garage at gmail.com. Or you can hit me up on that phone number back there, 216-714-2301. You see that number to my shoulder there? Let's see. And either way, you can, as long as we get in contact with each other, we should be fine. Stuart has sent me a text. Oh, that's nice of you. Your W-2 will be in the mail. No, you won't get a you won't get a you won't get a W-2 from me. Nope. I think I can give up to $10,000, right? What's the rule for gifts? How's that go? Can I give $10,000 or something like that? What is the fire thing you're reading? I don't know. It was just an article, Dana. It's just an article. Mrs. Buzz was going through some old stuff, and it was just titled "Emotions," and it talked about PETA, Kappa, if I'm saying it right, and Veta, which is fire, earth, and air. You could probably look that up. Um, and this was like a food article, but they were talking about what to eat if you're a certain type of person. Um, and again, I don't know if I'm saying it right. PETA's fire. Kappa, Kapha is earth, and Vista is air. So some BS that somebody wrote up. 15,000, Kevin. That's what it is now. So you can give 15,000 before. All right. Well, we probably won't get there. 25 is probably going to be our limit for a while. Can you write it off your 15 million life, or you can write it off your 15 million lifetime? 20, the gift tax limit was up to 18,000, huh? Menards cards for everyone. Signed, Captain Billy. Yeah, they must have increased the gift tax. I just remember 10,000, but I never looked it up again because I never needed to, right? Fidelity has a SPACs fund. Yes, I've read about that, John. I have a Fidelity account too, and their SPACs was, and SPACs is just where if you just put it in there into that account, it just draws the current interest. And I think they go up a little bit, but I was actually looking at that last week. 19,000 for 2025. Boy, it keeps going up. You use the SPACs, yeah. I have a Fidelity account, but I don't have really much in it. And because Fidelity just, it seemed like it took too long to get things done. My E-Trade account is almost instantaneous. And for Fidelity, for some reason, if I put money in and I wanted to buy something, not SPACs, but if I wanted to buy a stock, it just took forever. And I just got disgruntled with it. Now, that was 5 years, 6 years ago. So I'm sure it's changed, but um, nothing against Fidelity at all. Where do I get in line for the gifts? um, the other thing is Diamond Deli. We talked about that in Akron. I know this is local stuff, but we were talking about their sandwiches, and I just get a kick out of this because this is how they named their sandwiches. Now, the Charlie Hustle and the old bald guy are normal, but then you had Carrie's no meat nonsense, and I'm reading off this sheet here. If you're Diamond Deli in Akron, it's actually famous pretty much. Chelsea's is this organic? Chris has smiled for the camera. Chuck's working hard. Linda isn't sandwich. Uh, Debbie's carb diem. Where's Jason? Amy's Sound of Music. These are all the names of their sandwiches. We printed out this menu the other day, and I just was going through it, and I thought I should bring that up on Saturday. That's just an interesting way to um, entice people, I guess. I got the Billy's Belly Pleaser, so I thought of Captain Billy. Mom, come get me. I'm sick. Zach's, yeah, right, Dad. Brett, it isn't fair. Boy, it sounds like some kids I know. What kind of interest do you get from SPACs? You have to look up and see. Fidelity's pretty good these years and fees are low. It would be more difficult to pay it forward if the gift card was 15,000. Yeah, you can move it easily to checking account to pay bills. You got a mention from Peter from Retire Early with Me. Have you watched his early retirement frugal videos? Yes. Retire Early with Me. Yes. He's the guy with the beard, the white beard. He just retired not long ago. Downsized his house. Is that who I'm thinking about? Because I watch so many channels. You're having to minimum requirements for my retirement. Yeah, yeah. When you get to that, uh, the minimum, the MRDs, yeah, I I'm not there yet. I'm not even close to that, but I know eventually I will be. Stocks are fast at Fidelity. CDs. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was something I don't know why, but maybe they were just checking me out. I don't know. But I need to look at that again and see. But I like my E Trade account. There's no reason to get away from it right now. 4.5% SPACs estimate. That's pretty good. The bank I do, Third Federal, they've been in business for 100 years. I had another bank. They've changed their name 4 times since I banked with them. They were AmTrust, Then they went to Ohio Savings. Then they went to New York Community Bank, and now they're Flagstar. And I've basically got out of them already. And the Third Federal's been around 100 years. They don't sell their mortgages, and they're 3.976. So I call it 4%. And I'm happy with them too. Very happy. Vicky, you missed everything. We were just talking about you. New channel buzzes YouTube addiction. SPAX is 4.01 last 7 days. It's a money market. Okay. Yeah, so my Third Federal is paying about the same, but and probably no sense in moving it around. Oh, RMDs, Kathy D, you got killed with them, huh? Oh boy. You should do a video on the channels you watch. I could do that because there's so many good ones out there. I mean, I learned so much from you people out there, and some are very serious, some are very lighthearted. Some are so educational for me. Just it's amazing what you can learn on YouTube. It's just absolutely amazing. There's some talented people out there. I have no talent, but I'm telling you, there's some seriously talented people out there that do some great things, and it's nice to see it. What's for dinner? We had the leftover clams and mussels, put them into a broth for a soup, and we had the rotisserie chicken part of it. And I'll probably, after this live, I'll probably go finish up some more, have some more of that soup. It was pretty good. Oh, Vicky, don't worry. There was nothing, there was no lies. We only tell the truth on this channel. Mutual funds and money markets like SPAC close out the end of the trading day. Okay, well, that's not a big deal. Repairs rule. Yeah, we were talking side hustles. That's right. Dad used to call the Third Federal a weekly visit to Uncle Ben. Now cousin Mark took over. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Mark Stefanski. He took it over. That's right. I just I got the one video I did where I said I had a lot of money or a lot of what money I have in Third Federal stock. It pays an I think it's 8.46% interest rate in their stock, and their stock doesn't fluctuate that much. So to me, it's almost like a SPACs account because it doesn't go real high, it doesn't go real low, and the interest income it's been staying the same. So it's been working out really well for me. Of course, I watch it, like I said, I watch it like a hawk, but TFSL, I mean, it's just a different type of bank. It's not your regular bank. It's different. I see the fluctuations at Flagstar. Geez, they dropped off the face of the earth, cut their dividend, and it's like, geez. And a lot of these other banks are into so many different things where Third Federal is a lot more careful. They're smaller, they make money, and I just like them a lot. Not to say I'm a financial advisor or anything. I just like them, and it's been working out for me. So um, I almost use it like a SPACs account or a fixed income account because it doesn't fluctuate too much. You can touch your tongue to your nose. There's some very talented people. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you, Nancy. Tiny homes, huh? Some of those Amazon ones that they drop on your property. 8.4 keeps blood pressure down. Yep. All right, I'll see you when in Texas. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're gonna get off here any second now, so it'll be like last week. We'll stick around for another half hour. Yeah, Carl, we just remember I don't know much about anything, but so don't listen to what I say and take it as gospel. I don't know where to get good information from anymore. I tell you, I'm just not sure where to get good information. I guess I'll have to get a direct line to Captain Billy. Maybe he's the one. You may be the only married person on all the channels I watch. Most are single, retire early on moderate income, but they're doing great things and more entertaining. They're more entertaining than I am. Oh man, what do I got to do? Sing and dance? Put on a Hawaiian skirt or what? I can't say goodnight, huh? Well, you know. All right, see you, Bill. That's an Italian goodbye. No, bathroom's not done yet. I don't watch any Prices Right. Drew's over there in California now, so passive and investments. Yeah, I know that, and a lot of people are. We were just talking about that. I think uh, Dwayne did a video recently about that too, where he's 60-40, and he couldn't never see himself because I did my video and I'm like 80-20, but not because it's just the way it is. But I'm going to be doing some things to change that because I have to open some IRAs, as you guys remember, to shield some of that income, YouTube income last year. I have to open up an IRA in the next, actually this next week here, and then put take some out of my stock market and put it into that IRA, and I'll probably put it into a safer type of account. So I'll get that mixed down to a 60-40 or maybe even a 50-50, just to be careful. I'm only 65, so I think I still have 3 or 4 or 5 years of investing. A little heavy in the stock market, but I don't want to take any chances, so I'll probably bring it down. John McCaslin, 100% passive. All right, see you, George. Clark Howard for financial advice. I get his emails. Skirt, now that would be funny. Yeah, you make me one, repairs rules. See you, Theo. Be careful. Watch out for things that go bump in the night, like you. Abandoned North Jersey. How's your cats doing? Hey, Rich. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate it, Rich. Um, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Linnell, how you doing? Hey, John. Skirt may go viral. Heck, you never know. I think George Bush Sr. once said that when he was head of CIA that they have done their job when nobody knows who to believe. Yeah, I know. Isn't that something? I don't want to have a lot of bonds. Yeah, neither do I. I use Fidelity IRA. I actually have an IRA set up with them. I just haven't put it in anything in there yet. And I set one up on E-Trade. I know you can't have both, but well, you can, but you can only put in so much. No wooden nickels. Going to make some hot peppermint. All right, take care, Dana. Dream about chocolate. Can you do a yo-yo? I think I can do a yo-yo. All right, Jerry B. Thank you. Richie Rich, how you doing? Hey, we're just getting ready to go now. So thank you all for being here again. We're an hour and 13 minutes into this. So thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate every single one of you that stops by and says hi. And even if you don't say hi, I appreciate you anyway. Um, yeah, 8,000 a year, right? John's right, and that's what we're doing. She just has some ID problem, so we just sent in for passports. Or I have an expired passport, but we sent in for a passport for her, so we're waiting for that to come in. All right, Kurt the Squirt, thank you. Plain Fun 42, thank you for doing that. Steve, thank you. Carl, thank you. Yeah, Lynn, take care. Bobby Mosier, take care. Who's watching the race Sunday? Huh? The Daytona 500. That actually looks pretty interesting. I might even watch that. They were saying who's that one guy? They just interviewed him. He won first, he won second, third, fourth. He's won all kind, but they think he's been racing 20 years and they think it's his year. All right, Taylor Opie, take care. Alton, see ya. Vicky wins the Super Bowl. Hey, thank you, 280 Zone. Thank you for being here. My Backyard Science, appreciate it. Jude's 121, thank you. See you, Noreen. Sherry M, thank you. Dare I say good night yet? No, not yet. I said you are more entertaining. Oh, okay, John. I appreciate that. I'm just kidding you. Hey, thank you, Brian. And I hope your legs are getting better and you're when you're standing up a lot from work there. It's going to take some time to come back. So, and the wieners retreat to their caves. The long goodbye. That's right, Kristen. I've got nothing else to do. I mean, like I said before, I could do this all night long. I have no problem with that. But there's only so much of buzz people can take, right, Mike Chan? Tim, good night and blessings to everyone. Going to be my first time grandpa. Wow, excellent. Excellent. K26KV. Is that your handle for your mobile base? Catch you on the reply. I had to talk with mom on the phone during the live stream. Okay. Hey, that's all right. Talk to your mother. Call your mothers. If you have one, call her. Keep her as she loves hearing from her kids. Trust me. This is way better than the halftime show. Well, when I put that hula skirt on, we'll see how it goes. All right, Ed Olin. Cookies and milk. That's right. I have 3 grandkids. That's why I moved to South Carolina. You retired 2019. Where have you been? K, first name, 26 voltage. I worked on, 26 kV voltage. Really? 26? I know I've heard of 12. Well, you're kV. I've heard of 12 volts. You're 26 kV. Huh. I got to look that up. My lady friend called me. Okay. Anyway, we're out. Again, email me, call me, text me. If you ever get a chance. Mom painted me a pic with 58 flowers for my 58th birthday. Love it. Call my mom every day. Oh, that's cool. My mom passed when I was, I actually found her, passed away when I was 18, 1 month after my 18th birthday. She was separated from my stepfather. So, yeah, when I was young, and my brothers, I have 2 younger brothers. So it was tough going for us at that time. But I guess we all made it. We escaped it, and we're here to talk about it. Yeah, catch you next week, Bill. Thank you very much. All right. We're seriously getting out of here now. Seriously. So thank you for being here. And hopefully next week. Yeah, that's the way it goes, Vicky, right? Hopefully next week we will be here again, God willing. And take care.